Ayo. 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 Let's go ahead and let people know in the schedule chat that we are doing some things in here. Hopefully, everything came out well. I'm just going to check really quick. Make sure that the freaking things are right. Says we are doing tabletop simulator with the stream. We're doing it. It's fine. I don't have to listen to myself anymore. It's I know I'm fantastic. I don't have to listen to myself in stereo. It's fine. Everything's fine. Hey guys, what's going on? We are here today playing some more tabletop simulator, showing off some more things we have done in the room of DARP, the DARP of room, the DARP room, the 5DARPS, the game that will be happening next month. We are going to be messing around a little bit and showing off a couple of new things. However, unlike the previous streams, we don't have a ton of new card arts to show. We do have some new cards to show, just not any new card arts to show. I also wanted to show off potentially what a general pack would be. Like a pack of cards would end up being, like around like 40-ish, but then you're like messing around and like throwing them all together and yada yada yada. And I wanted to show off the new mechanics in the game, because I have 3 different sheets explaining the new mechanics as far as equipment, dueling, and other things are concerned. So we have quite a number of things to go over today. First things first, you guys saw, like before, we had all these things. Forget them. Forget these. We don't forget them. We don't need them. We don't need these big cards. Who needs big cards, guys? Not us. We can go straight into objects here. Go to components. Go to custom, and we can just grab a deck. You can just grab a deck right like that. Rectangle rounded, nah. Throw a face on them. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw a face down on them. If I can find the faces. We might not be able to. Where are the? On desktop? Might be a desktop thing. Probably, now that I think about it, is a desktop. There it is. This is random pack 1. I've created it. It has been created. We need a back for them though. We need to get a card back. That's when we go over into the things we usually do. A boo boo, a doo ba doo boo boo. And we are gonna grab attempt number 4, because that's the one we usually end up using for the card backs. And I believe in this one there was less than 50 cards, so we can go ahead and go like 46 cards, probably something like that. And then we can bring them in. And there they are. We've already done it. We've already heckin' done it. We made a full thing of cards that at the other side are blank until we get rid of the top card. It's fine. But we'll get into that in a second. There's another one I wanted to make. So let's go ahead and do that again as well. Let's just make a second freaking thing of cards. Why not? Already doing it. You can't stop me. Again, we throw in the attempt 4 because that's the easiest one to do. And then we go to the faces. And then we go just go grabbing them. This one is extra pack number 1. Not extra, extra. Thank you very much. There's a reason behind the name, is all I'm gonna say. There's a reason behind the extra. And all of you need to understand.
Did you know the Phantom Thieves?
Go for regular rectangle and import. Fake person, thank you for the subscription, my dude. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Hey Fomo, what you doing? What's going on, Lindo as well? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna jump in to heckin' the RP chat. And I'm gonna stick in there and if you guys decide to jump
fucking time.
Okay. I was literally saying if you guys decide to jump in. Why you gotta be like that? Homohot was taken. Just subscribe thanks to the Dragon Rune. Much appreciated.
I love subscribe. Thank you. I love when people do the work for me.
I don't know if I'm on multiplayer right now.
You're not.
I'm not?
If
well,
you were,
that's a very
you
simple
known.
fix. That's a very simple fix. I just gotta override the other thingy, and then I just gotta leave. Watch this. I'm gonna not leak the password, cause that'd be a thing.
That'd suck.
No, it wouldn't. Come on, I would never do that.
We get another Burger King sponsorship. It'd be great.
I would never do that. I would never leak the password ever. That is not something that I would ever do to you. All right.
Ever.
Hey yo.
Main menu. Hey Lindo.
Lindo's
I'm getting onto the tabletop. I'm going to the multiplayer so that people can jump in if they want to. In a way that I can, in a way that I don't leak the password, because obviously I've never done that before. No one ever, no passwords ever being leaked. Why would that ever happen?
They would never.
No, never. Not a damn single time in the world. But I have these two things here. These are mostly the second or third things I've imported into the game, like as far as like actual cards are concerned. Thank you very much for the subscription, Tavern Lord. We all know it's eggs and bakey. Listen, I need someone to make me an eggs and bakey card so that I can throw that in here somehow, or like a breakfast card or something. Like it just needs to happen. You know, freaking pay half your life points to gain half your life points. You know what I mean? Most important meal of the day. Serving it up Gary's way. There's some blank cards here as well. I had to get rid of those, but don't worry about that. It's fine. Blank cards are now taken out. So there are a couple of cards in this stack that I can't show people. So I'm gonna quickly.
You do that. I'll look away.
I'm gonna quickly do that really quick. I'm gonna quickly remove some of those cards that I cannot show to you guys.
I'm gonna look at your motorcycle. You do that
with movie magic.
What a sick ass motorcycle.
Movie magic, removing magic. All of these cards that cannot be seen by mortal eyes. Maybe I'll show that one later. I don't know. Man, all this movie magic that's happening. Certainly
How long is
magical.
your bike?
Can't show that one either.
It's a long bike. That's actually like 30. I lied.
Is that everything?
How's that going for you?
I think that's everything. I think that's all of the cards I have to remove. This one has a typo. I need to fix that one. So yeah, I can't show these 5 cards. I might show this card, but I can show the rest of those. Good, we've done it. Going back to the full screen. Hey guys, we weren't gone. Nothing's been gone. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're just looking at the bike. It's fine.
The bike is great. It's a great bike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and hide these 5 cards back here. No one can see them. Perfect.
Slide them under the table.
Just slide them under the table. It's fine. So I do want to go over a couple of cards and show off a couple of new things that that's going on. Obviously, with this one here, the random set, it's literally what I was talking about. This random set here, literally just a bunch of random ass fucking cards I feel like are going to be useful in throwing in people's decks, or in ideas that I have for other people's decks, or ideas I have for NPCs decks. Just a whole bunch of cards that are already in the game. Not a damn thing was changed about them. I even got Ultimate Obedient Fiend here. That's how you know things are getting fucking ready, you know?
So serious.
Whenever you see Ultimate Obedient Fiend somewhere, you're like, how the fuck is that gonna work?
Alright.
That's Ultimate Obedient Fiend. That can't work. Why
is this gonna work?
How that's not a card that works ever in anything. How Wicked Rebirth and Vanity and Variety comes out has now combined into one card. I don't know what to do to stop them.
What? Uh,
It's fine. I'll just do that.
there you go. Oh yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Oh, yes, there you go. It's fine. It's like nothing
But
ever
yeah,
happened.
these are not any big deal.
Oh my
holy-
god.
Don't worry
Oh.
about that. It's fine.
What was a jump scare, bro?
That was fine. I'm gonna group them back up to make sure they're all there. They are, and then I'm going to just sort of like do this, and until they're all separate, because then there won't be any more
Yeah.
jump scares. Everything's
I'm
fine.
scared. Quick,
Just
Linda,
make sure they're all separate. Don't throw them on top of other cards and make them
Yeah, we'll separate with social distance.
so just get rid of them all. They're all separating over there. Just you move them around. Just let them flop around in their own little let them stew. You know what I mean?
Let them stew in their own mystery.
All right, now we grab them.
Yeah.
Except for that one, which is we grab them.
Strangler.
We do that,
Oh.
and then we do that.
There we go.
Now people can see the
Hey.
cards. Look at all of them. They're so mediocre. They're so
Listen.
cards. Honestly, like every card wants to be played. Let's be honest. That's what a good friend of mine that I made up in my brain for the last campaign would say.
I mean, I
So-
don't see a fake trap, so.
Well, I mean, we already have Fake Trap, so we don't have to. I didn't have to. I didn't have to
Yeah,
put
we're
Fake
fine.
Trap in here. These are just cards. They're some of them are good. Like there's some good cards here.
It's Quantum Cat.
But just throwing things in. Seeing what sticks. Mostly these are just cards I feel like may work in decks or may not, or just could be random. I don't know. What you umming at?
One's in Korean.
Yeah, one is in Korean. That is very true.
It's fine. It's if you speak Korean, you can play the card.
You see this card. So anyway,
Oh, I believe there was nothing there. What was I talking about?
Yeah, I think you were having some kind of mental breakdown, Lenny. You might want to get that checked out.
I need to stop watching so much K-pop.
So, with all that being said, again, a lot of these cards are pretty good. Swamp Mirror is pretty good. I'm gonna be throwing that one probably into Fomal's deck, or I might, instead of Swamp Mirror, give them the cat, because apparently that's a big meme. Apparently, Quantum Cat's a big meme for you. I don't know.
Is the cat? It's Quantum Cat.
I also have this card, which I'm gonna be changing as well. So I don't mind having deleted the other card right there. I'm gonna be changing this one as well, because this is actually apparently a forbidden card, and I didn't know that.
It's forbidden?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a draw card. Most things that allow you to draw a lot of cards are
they'll do it.
usually just
Oh, yeah.
thrown away. But yes, there is all of those. Just some random synchro support, tuner support, random other cards thrown into things. Some cards that were used in the 5Ds anime that didn't really get to do anything. Ultimate Obedient Fiend, just that kind of stuff.
Who's here?
And then there are these cards, which all of these cards in here are cards that have been in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime or have been in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game that I have redone their effects to, or just translated into actual cards. So I'm just gonna give them a shuffle, so I don't know what's going on next. And then we're gonna show these things off. We're gonna go through them. And
Nice.
if there are any cards that people have questions about, we can talk about them out loud and be like, oh, this is why, and that is why, and yada yada yada. And later on, we'll show off the things over here that are the reason why all these battle cards are out here. But over here, so I know that Deco and Lindo have talked before. Hearing them together feels surreal. Fuck you. I'm kidding. No.
Cold.
I'm aggressive today. I'm
cold.
sorry.
What's happening, Deco? What happened to me?
We got Curse of Thorns over here. Look at that. Look at that thorny curse.
She looks so comfortable.
She's extremely comfortable. This card was a card used by Leon in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! During one of the filler arcs. A lot of his cards that didn't get releases, because some of his cards have gotten actual releases, but a lot of his cards that didn't get releases, I threw into actual cards today. Some of them I couldn't find. Some of them I couldn't find, but or not couldn't find, but some of them I can't show, because there are a couple of other things I don't want to really go into. I did up this card. I made it a lot more usable. Instead of just choosing one like spell or trap or one effect monster in the graveyard and stopping its effect. This one now chooses a card in the graveyard and negates its effects, so that's pretty good. Or you can select a normal monster in your opponent's graveyard and add its attack and defense to a face-up Dorman Prinzessin, otherwise known as Thorn Princess, to your side of the field. And another thing is select one card in your opponent's graveyard that originated from the extra deck. Its effects are then added to a Dornan Prinzessin on your side of the field. And then when the card's affected cards are removed from the graveyard, destroy this card. So, as you note, I have changed Thorn Princess to Dornan Prinzessin, as to go with the way the other cards were normalized whenever they were coming into the actual game. Cinderella was changed into Princessin. If I ever put Cinderella into the deck, I'll probably end up putting something before Princessin just to make sure that there's like something else, like maybe Slipper Princess. I don't fucking know.
Slipper Princessin.
Or Glass Princessin or something like that. I don't know. I'll do something like that.
Something will happen.
But this is a pretty powerful card if you have a Thorn Princess. Which again, I'm not going to show some cards right now, including Dornan Princessin. So, whoop. Oh yay! Perfect.
Oh, Pot of Greed is here.
We had a Pot of Greed here, which you may notice something different with this Pot of Greed. You may notice a little different thing about it. You may notice a little different, a little differentiation, a little thing that's different about it. A little thing.
I don't see anything.
A little thing that is different about this Pot of Greed here. You may notice a thing here. So that is the symbol that I'm going to be putting on a bunch of limited cards to make sure that people can't use more than one of them in their deck. This is going to show that Pot of Greed is limited. You can only have the one there, and you can only have a certain number of limited cards in your deck. We'll go into that later, but you can only have a certain number of limited cards, and you can only have a certain number of forbidden cards. Meaning you can have a forbidden card. But this one is going to be considered limited. I'm basing it off of the legendary thing that is in the new Rush Duel stuff. I actually took the actual like symbol here from that kind of, but I made it my own and made it kind of different. But yeah, some cards are gonna have those little L's on them to show that they can't be used and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good card. Draw 2 cards. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put that little limited sticker thing.
You good?
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna put that little limited sticker thing. I'm gonna put that on 6 cents over here as well. I'm gonna put it right on this card.
It will be limited.
Yeah.
We'll hide this later.
Oh fuck. And then we're gonna show off this card, which is Handcuff Dragon. Again, this one is just mostly changed very slightly from the actual game. I didn't like it having the shiny letters, so I got rid of the shiny letters. And I changed the bottom of it to specify the original owner's side of the field, because there's a lot of people who don't understand Handcuff Dragon. Mostly it was just those 2 things. No big changes there. Everybody's saying, "Hey Will, are you how you doing? How you doing, Will?" That's great. All right, so
it's in the leg of my being.
Huggu. Other than that card, we got we got Gorilla Kite. Again, the same thing as regular Gorilla Kite. It's a pretty good card. Sends a field graveyard 5.0 damage to your opponent. It's pretty standard. But I updated the art differently because I didn't like how the art looked in the actual only Gorilla Kite art I could find. So art is updated. Toy Robot Box. The Toy Robot Box is a anime only card. Discard 1 card, special 3 robot tokens. These tokens cannot declare an attack, and these tokens can be used for a tribute, ritual infusion, or synchro summon only after the first standby phase since they were summoned. So you can use them for synchro summoning, tribute summoning, fusion summoning, ritual summoning, all the summonings, but only after they've been on the field for a turn. It's pretty neato. I'll go over why that effect is worded like that later. whenever we go to the new mechanics in the game. But yeah, and your opponent cannot select another monster other than robot tokens for an attack target. Pretty neat-o. Pretty net-o. Pretty noot-o.
Neato.
Pretty natto.
Not naughty.
Hey, we got freaking Dragonhorn Hunter, which used to be a pendulum monster. There are no pendulum monsters in this game, and I still really loved her, so I made her into a fusion monster. that's the extent of that.
You brought her here.
I brought her here. I made her extremely easy to summon as well. Try not to spread misinformation in the chat, please. Mega Man is almost finished, and we'll be coming into this game in by next month. So please don't spread misinformation in the chat. People can take things seriously. With that being said, Dragonhorn Hunter can be summoned with a dragon monster and a warrior monster. Just a straight up fusion of one of those two. And it's a neato card, no effect. Got some good stuff. We got Absorbing Lamp. This was the one that I made that I'm pretty sure people are gonna either love or hate.
Oh boy.
This one I feel like people are really gonna get at. I kind of made it into a better grave robber. Anyway, when your opponent activates a spell card, pay 2,000 life points, negate the activation, and if you do, add that target to your hand. This card is treated as your own card until it's sent to the graveyard.
Your spell card is mine now.
Your spell card is my spell card. Has a pretty steep cost, but pretty good. Pretty okay.
Activate
You
Bulwark.
know
No,
what
don't suck my
else?
dick.
What else is good, Will?
Unfortunately, Fomal said my dick before I quit, so you know what? I'm not gonna make the dick joke. Not because I suddenly have taste. No, it's because I'm mad.
Not because I suddenly have taste, because I can't.
Yeah, I took the word from him.
But yes, this is a. I also made it a counter trap, so you can't negate it with anything other than a counter trap. So this card is pretty messy. Pretty messy. With that being said, we got the Golden Castle of Stormberg. This card is basically how it is on the actual thing. I just didn't like that it was all shiny and stuff, so I changed it to where it's not shiny. That's basically it. It is just a regular card, the same card as was normal. It's needed for Leon's cards to work. Hiya. We got Kiryu, which has been changed to be updated to our Union rules. The Union text is not on it. However, you can see that the limits on it is. So it does say on it which cards it can equip onto as a Union monster, but it doesn't actually say what a Union monster does. That is for a later thing that I'll show today. But it is not. All of the Union text has been removed from it. It does, however, keep the other effects. If you look closely, though, you'll notice that it mentions not just Dark Blade, but also Dragon Lady, which is a anime-only card, and Warrior Digreffer, which is not an anime-only card. I just wanted to add Warrior Digreffer into it, because I always like the duality between Dark Blade and Warrior Digreffer. I also have another one similar to that in here, but that is how we're going to be doing Union monsters from now on. We have a card that is a recolor of another card. This is the Death God's Blade. It is a recolor of a level 3 normal fiend fire monster that is really bad. It is just a fire fiend tuner 2-star. It's pretty good. It's a big old boomerang. Look at that boomerang.
I got a boomerang.
It's boomerang, but also Death Note.
Death Note boomerang.
It's Death Note boomerang. So it's pretty good. We got Labradorite Dragon. Literally nothing has changed here except for I added at the bottom that this is treated as a gem dragon card. That is the only thing that has been added to that card at all. It is still a tuner. It is still a 6-star. It is still a big old defense monster. Alexandrite Dragon, same thing. The exact same card, just added, always treated as a gem dragon card on the bottom. Gold Moon Coin. This card has a typo in it. Add up the 2 cards from your hand to your opponent's hand, then an equal amount of cards.
That just redo the whole thing just to make it so that you have it be Joey's accent, like, "Hey, bada bing, baby Drake."
It is supposed to say add up the 2 cards from your hand to your opponent's hand, then draw an equal amount of cards. But that will be changed. But that is also just one of the other cards. I changed the effect slightly, and I changed the stuff up so it isn't shiny. Basically, the only thing I did to that one.
It's like Uno, draw 4 and then draw 4 again.
This is Luster Dragon, but I've changed his name to Sapphire Dragon because Sapphire Dragon is technically what Luster Dragon is supposed to be anyway. And all I did other than that was I put is treated as a Gem Dragon card at the bottom. Basically nothing. We then have a fun card, Contagion of Madness. This is an anime-only card. Activate only when an opponent's monster declares a direct attack. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of that monster's attack at the same time as you take battle damage. Fucking Sapphire Dragon attack me? Nah, bitch. Sapphire Dragon hit me, but also hit you? Good.
Get fuck.
Get fuck. Can there just be one copy of that card that keeps the typo? Just because you can add up to 4 cards to your opponent's hand technically with this typo? Is that why?
No, it's so that later on.
Like there's item.
Exactly. It's like the typo Pokemon cards.
Then we got our boy Forest Hunter over here, with his card art that obviously is shown from the filler art. They had some interesting card arts. When this card is no longer special summoned, you can select one face-up beast or beast warrior type monster on the field and remove it from play. If Golden Castle of Stormberg is in the field zone, this card's effect activates twice. I added so many things to this, but also did not change it whatsoever. Before, it basically just got rid of a beast. I added Beast Warrior, I think, or I might not have. I don't know. I added the Golden Castle of Stormberg effect, but that is what all of Leon's cards get anyway. So that is why the Golden Castle is even here in the first place. Other than that, we have Luster Dragon number 2, otherwise known as Emerald Dragon. I changed it to Emerald Dragon because that's what it's supposed to be. And I added at the bottom, it should be treated as a Gem Dragon card. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Then we got the best card with the most blurry art of all time, Mind Monster.
It's perfect.
Such blurry art, I love it. This is a very different card than what was originally made. The original card, basically, you call out a name of a extra deck monster. If your opponent has that monster, then you deal half of that monster's attack points to the opponent's life points. Pretty powerful, but also pretty boring. I have made it. Inflict 100 points of damage to your opponent for each level of the declared monster if you get it right, so that's pretty good. You can do up to like 1,200 points, I guess, with that. Or you can remove the declared monster from play until your opponent's third standby phase after this card's activation. Basically, you know, putting that on a stall for a bit. Like, no, let's not let you summon that for a little while. How about? And then finally, you could special summon the declared monster to your side of the field by using cards on your field and hand that would be able to be used as materials. Basically, you call out, oh, you have a Stardust Dragon in your extra deck. Stardust Dragon is not in 5DARPS, so it's not going to be seen, and this entirely thing is not going to activate and be able to be activated. With that being said, though, you have a Stardust Dragon in your freaking extra deck. And they're like, I'm going to try to summon that Stardust Dragon by getting rid of a tuner and synchro materials from my side of the field. Now I get your Stardust Dragon. That's basically how that would work. When it's destroyed, it's sent to the original owner's graveyard. Pretty good card. I like it. It's super fun. Probably going to throw that at Will. Because it's a slime, you see. Then we got our boy Gorlag, the Wicked General. It is normally just called Gorlag. I didn't like that, so I gave it the Wicked General as its thing at the end of it. This is a anime-only monster that was used by Alistair, I think is his name, from the Waking the Dragons arc of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! He used it against Kaiba, and it is a fiend fire monster that gains more attack for every fire or wicked monster. I added wicked as a archetype kind of on the field. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle into the graveyard, summon the monster to the field in face-up attack position at the end of the battle phase. That monster is treated as a fire monster, and its effects are negated when this card is removed from the field. Destroy all monsters summoned by this card's effect. It is very fucking powerful. It is an extremely hecking powerful monster, especially whenever we get to some other cards that I may or may not have made over here. Okay, so Pitch Black Dragon, same thing as Kiryu. Literally the exact same fucking thing that I just said for Kiryu over here. Same thing for Pitch Dark Dragon. Same monsters, everything. Everything's the same. It's the same every single everything. Then we go over here to the anime-only card Absurd Stealer. When this card is summoned, select one face-up monster your opponent controls until the end phase. That monster's attack becomes 0, and this card's attack becomes equal to that monster's defense. I don't know. It seemed like a fun card. I don't have any plans for it.
It's here.
It's here. It seemed fun.
Some cards that you could just exist, man. All right, we're not gonna.
It's whatever. It's fine. We got Ruby Dragon, which is literally the anime only Luster Dragon variant. That was literally just a recolor of Luster Dragon, named Ruby Dragon. So I named it Ruby Dragon and I put it in the game. That's all.
Huzzah.
You did it.
You did it. You won the video game.
Then we got our boy, the Tinkerer or the Trickster of the Forest, otherwise known as Tom Thumb in the actual anime. Tom Thumb was another one of Leon's cards, based on obviously like Brothers Grimm's Tales, yada yada yada. I gave it a thing. It's now a tuner. It's a 1-star. It has 100 attack and defense. It sucks. It's terrible. But he looks so relaxed.
He's so chill, like he's gonna die.
We then got Hellfire Whip, otherwise known as Fire Whip in the anime, which was the card that went with Gorlag over here. This is a new stacking mechanic card. Everyone calm down. We're gonna explain new mechanics here. Stack all cards destroyed by fire monsters you control under the monster equipped with this card instead of sending them to the graveyard. The monster equipped with this card may send 5 cards stacked under it to the original owner's graveyard to negate the effects of a card that would target that monster and destroy it. The original effect of this card was literally just like fucking summon all monsters that were destroyed this turn to your side of the field, which was like really overpowered and crazy. So, but I didn't want to lose it. I didn't want to lose Fire Whip, so I just made Hellfire Whip here. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neato. It's doing good. Giving monsters that sees effects. It's not. I mean, again, I've mentioned the stacking mechanic is different than Exceed cards, mostly because it isn't required to summon things or anything like that. But this is the first card that has ever sent cards stacked under to the graveyard, so I do understand the similarities. Because most of the time the cards do not do anything like that. With that being said, keep moving on. We got Iron Cage. I believe this is actually a card. I don't remember. I think it was shiny, and I'm like, I don't like it being shiny, so I made it not shiny.
So stop.
It's stop being shiny.
Stop
you fuck. I think that's all I did
special.
to it. Then we got over here. I don't know if I should show that. Then we have over here. Hey, I powered the fuck out of this card. Glyph the Phantom Bird. It was already a pretty good card. It searched out the Castle of Stormberg. I decided to say fuck that, and it now searches out any field spell because why not? And it's and it can, if it's card's normal summon to set, you can target a card and spell and trap ground and destroy it. This thing is actually fucking absolutely busted. I might limit it. I might put a little limity token on him. It's really good though, and I love him, so I'm gonna. So I liked it, and I want to do other things with it. So it's no longer limited to the Stormberg Castle. Then we got Flame Ogre. I just didn't like any of the arts I found for Flame Ogre, so I put the other art in.
So now he's cool.
I just took a higher quality version of the art and I put it in place of. That's it.
We did it.
Anyway.
You did it.
Hyro Zamryu over here has turned into Diamond Dragon, 'cause that was its original intention, and it is now a Gem Dragon, yada yada yada. Then we got Kapuze Prinzessin, otherwise known as Little Red Riding Hood, but again, I have removed any of those names to better have them put with the Prinzessin archetype, otherwise known as the Fairy Tale archetype, yada yada yada. When this card is destroyed by battle into the graveyard, you can special summon one level 3 or lower Beast Warrior or Beast Warrior type monster from your deck. If the Golden Castle of Stormberg is on the field zone, the monster summoned by this effect can be level 4. Not a humongous thing, but it is a tuner, so giving any sort of variance like that is always fun. I love. She a big cute. We then have the Agent of Hatred. It's an anime only card. Once per turn, in your opponent's battle phase, you can gain life points equal to the battle damage you took from one attack this turn. It's a 0 attack, 0 defense. It used to be a 4-star. I made it a 1-star because it's a 0 attack, 0 defense monster, and it had no reason being
No
a
reason
4-star.
to be 4 stars.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There was zero reason.
This
that to
fucking
happen.
glorified amoeba.
Then we have this one, which I think people are really going to like. Akashic Record. Draw 2 cards and reveal them. If one or both of those cards have been played during the duel, remove those cards from play. So, it's another draw card, but this one has like a pretty steep back effect. It's an anime only card, and I basically left its entire like effect the same as it would have in the anime. Then I Forest Wolf, otherwise known as Grandma.
Hello, Grandma.
This card destroys a
Looking
monster by
good
battle.
today.
Equip that monster to this card instead of sending it to the graveyard. When this card is destroyed, special summon all monsters equipped to this card to their owner's side of the field. If Golden Castle Stormberg is in the field zone, special summon them to your side of the field instead. I added the last effect just because it felt like it was fun. Yeah, that's usually how I do things. Does it sound fun? Put it in. Quote me
That's
on
what
that.
she said. Anyway,
Quote me on that. Crime and Punishment. Activate only when you take battle damage from a direct attack. Destroy one monster on the field. At the end of the battle phase, you can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your hand. Pretty okay. That's an anime only card, by the way. I'll show that one in a bit. I'll show that one in a second. Don't worry about that one. That one's fine.
Don't worry.
Water of Life. I'm pretty sure this is just an actual card that I didn't like it being shiny, so I made it not shiny.
You're not special.
Then we got our boy Firecracker. I actually redid the art on this one. Like, I did some color correcting and stuff with it because the other art for it looked really bad and I hated it. So I messed around with it because we didn't get it. There wasn't a good high quality image of it is the main thing, and like the rest of it was just kind of like very pixelated kind of. So I just did some basic color correction and yada yada yada, and now it has the red tint to it. During either player's turn, discard this card to inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent, and if you do, skip your next draw phase. You can only use the effect of Firecracker once per turn. During each time your opponent takes effect damage, place 1 counter on this card. Once per turn, during the M phase, remove all counters from this card that were placed on it by its effect. If you do, inflict 300 points of damage to your opponent for each. So you can it's a pretty versatile card. You can get rid of it from the hand, or you can keep it on the field and do some neat stuff. Final card. A pretty good card. Actually, I think I changed this card the most out of all the other cards, and it's actually fucking really good now. You can activate this card from your hand during your opponent's turn by discarding this card and one other card from your hand. When a monster you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, discard 1 card from your hand. If you do, end the current turn. Pretty neat. Before, I believe it only ended the battle phase, and I thought that was kind of stupid. Because you're getting rid of like 2 cards to do that. So I separated the 2 card cost into 2 different effects that it already still had. So if it's on the field, you only have to discard 1. If you use it from the hand, you have to discard 2. And I made it to where it ends the turn. Just get rid of the fucking turn. The turn's over now. Turn's over.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Go home.
Game over, yeah!
Go home.
Leave.
All right, so these 2 cards over here, they are both ritual spell cards. One of them, I have the ritual monster ready to show. The other one, I do not. So I'm gonna hope that this one is the one I'm ready to. Yes. Uh, actually, no. Yeah, let's show that one first. This is the Adamantine Sword Revival. It is used to make in the anime to create a monster called Diamond Head Dragon. But in this, you may discard this card during either player's main phase to activate and resolve its effects. Quick effect. If this card is used to ritual summon a Gem Dragon ritual monster, you must also tribute a dragon-type monster on either side of the field that was special summoned from the graveyard. This ritual summon monster then goes to the original owner of the tributed monster. So you can ritual summon on your opponent's side of the field if you want to. It's pretty neato, pretty cool. I like it. It is used to summon this boy. It was Diamond Head Dragon. Now it is Brilliant Dragon. I just changed the background and I did some color correcting and yada yada yada. Nothing huge. You can ritual summon this card with Adamantine Sword Revival. This card's attack becomes equal to the attack of the dragon type monster used to ritual summon it, plus 1,000. This card is always treated as a gem dragon, just like all the other ones say. It is pretty heckin' neato. Pretty good. It pretty in there. Pretty neat. Pretty majesta. Pretty gesticular. Anyway. And now we have the final ritual card, which is Aetinox Flame, or Aetonix Flame. This used to just be a card that just destroyed all monsters on the field other than Fire Fiend type monsters. I thought that was pretty lame. So I ended up I kept that effect, destroy all monsters on the field other than fire type Fiend monsters. This card may then be used to ritual summon Aetonix or Aetonix, the Wicked Ruler, from your extra deck. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total levels are exactly 12. Even though this is a ritual monster, this one is going to specify exactly the amount of cards, and it is a 12-star, so that's crazy. You cannot declare an attack on the turn you activate this card's effects. Yeah. We did it. We went through them all. We went through them all, boys. These aren't all the cards that I have remade. These are just the ones that I could fit into one kind of release, one kind of like thing. I gotta go back and redo a couple of them again, like Golden Mooncoin and Curse of Thorns. I may want to redo some things on a couple of them. I may want to add limits to some of them. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that is the extent of all those guys. I may definitely put like a limit on Alexandrite Dragon, for example. Just a 4-star 2000 monster. It seems like a little strong. If I do, I might make like a mini Alexandrite Dragon or something, like an Alexandrite baby dragon or something, or like Alexandrite egg. Just other monsters that can be used for Alexandrite Dragon. But I think the 4-star 2000 monsters with no back effects are cards I'm gonna be definitely like kind of tweaking a little bit. Again, or just limiting them outright. But yeah. Other than that, these just all the cards that I have been ready to add in. I'm gonna delete most of them because these aren't gonna stay in here. Because some of them need to get changed and yada yada yada. This is just for today's stream. Other than that, though, is there anything in here in particular, Lindo and Fomel, that you have questions about, or you like, or you dislike? Any of these? You want to tell me you like some of them? You want to give me praise? You want to tell me that things make me feel good, please?
You did a great job. No, I like him.
For a 4th-rate duelist.
I live on attention and praise.
I might have some ideas about Garlag the Wicked, which we'll talk about later.
Hell yeah.
Because something else is wicked.
A lot of things are wicked if you remember. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
we'll talk.
I love the thighs you've done with the cards. Thanks, man. I love your thighs too. Anything in particular you're looking at, Fomel? Anything over here you want to look at over here? You want to give me a praise? You want to tell me I'm doing a good job? Is that what you're gonna do? Yeah, all right. All right.
If Fomel
anyway.
Oh yeah, Dika sent you 3 things.
Ooh, let me go look.
Which you probably can't show.
Hell no, I can't. Ooh, the new one. Interesting. Interesting. What the fuck, Will? What about you, Will? Anything here that is particularly interesting? Anything here that's particularly anything? You like them? You hate them?
Yeah, I like him, I guess. There you go. That gonna help you through the winter.
That was pretty good. But yeah. Other than that, there are a couple of other cards we can show that have gotten their arts completed and gotten everything onto them, so that's pretty good. But we can show those a little bit later. I do want to go into some other things before we get too deep in anything. But yeah, just so you guys know, these cards are most likely going to be cards that are going to get decks or something similar in the future. There will probably be some pretty neato stuff thrown into each of these at some point. I want to remove this one here to make it the same as the one below it. Yeah, that's fun. Anyway, but yeah, we'll work on some more of those things in just a little bit. You want the gem dragons? Dude, we just need to make more gem dragons. We need to make like fucking emerald baby dragon and alexandrite baby dragon and labradorite baby dragon. Just put all the baby dragons in there. Should we get Sect to get decked? I mean, you might want to get Sect to get decked, but you might not have to set anymore. So that's something as well. Like, you don't have to get set to get decked anymore. You could get face up defense moded to get decked. By the way, that's the first thing we're gonna start off with. There are 3 cards or 3 things here that I would like to show off. Each of them showing off the keywords and other mechanics in the game that we're going to be adding. I've already shown off this one before. This one is the keywords being used for all of the different cards, as well as the shorthand and exceptions to those rules. But we also have basically, if you look at them, it is mostly just showing what they would have on their text. Like for Union monsters all have the following effect unless stated otherwise. Once per turn, you can blah, blah, blah. It just has the Union text. That way, we don't have to have the Union text on all the monsters. Same thing with Spirit and Gemini, as well as it mentions that Synchros, Rituals, and Fusions must be properly summoned before they can get brought back from the graveyard. So you need to properly summon them before you can bring them back from any sort of graveyard shenanigans. Divine cards, which I'm not even sure if I'm going to be using, will all have the Egyptian god effects, basically, requiring 3 tributes to summon, getting the cannot negate the summon, can't be targeted, yada yada yada. Might not even make any divine stuff. Just wanted to throw that in. And then there's the shorthand, which is literally just, I may end up using some weird shorthand sometimes, whatever. As that is there are other ones we can grab though that are much more interesting, ones we haven't shown anyone yet. One of those being the new mechanics. These have been shown off to the players already. I'm not sure if Lindo's seen them, but these have been shown off to the players already. This is literally just showing any sort of changes in the mechanics or different things in mechanics I have done for the DARP game. With that being said, for example, normal summoning. You can normal summon in face-up defense mode. That is the only change I've done in normal summoning. You can do it. You can do that. You do it. You can. It's a thing you can do. You can do that thing right there that is mentioned there. Summon in face-up defense mode. This is an anime. We got it. Tokens. You cannot. Here's one of the biggest changes, I think. You cannot use tokens for Synchro, Fusion, or Ritual summoning unless the card specifically needs them or says that you can. And also DM ruling or any cards I'm not prepared for. This in particular was what I was talking about as far as the toy robot box here. The reason toy robot box is actually going to be good is because you can use them for synchro, ritual, tributes, fusions, yada yada yada. But you have to wait until after the first turn. Not all tokens can be used for that stuff anymore. In particular, they have to say that they can, or I have to make a ruling that they can or not. So, for example, if I make Dandelion, I'm probably going to change Dandelion's effect up to where it says that you can use them for certain types of summoning. But because I've done this, I can actually exclude certain cards from that. So, like, I could make it to where Dandelion can be used for synchro summoning, but not ritual summoning, or not fusion summoning, or for example. So I thought that would be a pretty neat thing to do. I thought that would be a pretty good thing to do, because there are so many other ways to use fusion and things like that now, such as Altered World Fusion, that would allow it to just get rid of 2 cards to summon something. You could just do that for tokens, but I've stopped it from being able to be done. So that is one thing we have going for us right there. Beyond that, we got the stacking effects. Some cards will say to stack cards, actually we've already gone over these several times, either below or above them. Stack cards, when selected for any sort of targeting, are considered one card, and the main card's type and effect are what determines if a card can be targeted. Such as if there's a card that says target 1 bug monster on your side of the field, if the main card is a bug monster, you can target it. If it's not, you can't. Basically, it's just the main card determines it. If the main card will be destroyed or removed from the field, then all cards stacked with it will go to the graveyard unless the card states otherwise. There might be cards that say remove these from play or anything like that. Who's to say? Any effects that stack cards have upon being sent to the graveyard will then apply normally, such as, for the example I like doing is Sangan. If you were to have Sangan stacked under a card and it goes to the graveyard, the Sangan effect would then trigger because it goes from the field to the graveyard. And then finally, the main card of the stack is the card on top. Unless the stack is temporary, then it is the card that is causing the temporary stack's effects. So whatever card is at the very top is the card that is the main card for these type of things. I just want that to be noted. It's not a humongously difficult thing whenever we're talking out loud. I know that there were some problems with my wording before, and thank God my friends here were able to help me with those. But I believe that the wording here is now more concise.
What the fuck is normal summon?
Shut the fuck up, Will. I will kill you.
Are we doing this again? Is this what's happening? Like, should we talk?
Then we're gonna go to ritual summoning here. The new ritual summoning rules are the biggest changes I've probably made to the core rules. Ritual monsters are now extra deck monsters. This makes ritual decks potentially overpowered, but adds a lot of fun new deck building ability into the game and allows them for decks to just throw a ritual monster into the deck if they like it. Like, I like Blackluster Soldier, put that fucker in my deck. No, I'm not gonna put any ritual support in it. Fuck that. When summoning a ritual monster, the ritual spell card is still needed. The materials for the ritual summon can come from the hand or field as long as the total star level used in the summoning is equal to or more than the star levels of the ritual monster. That is perfectly similar to how we usually do ritual monsters. Here's the change. If the star level exceeds the ritual monster star level, that player takes 100 life points of damage for every level over the required amount. This is not as a result of a card effect, and this is not considered effect damage. You cannot be brought below 500 life points as a result of this damage, and as such, the damage can be bypassed at low LP count. Some ritual monsters require exact star levels like we just went over before. So basically, if you were to summon Relinquished, a 1-star ritual monster, by using a 5-star monster to bring it out, you would then take 400 damage because you overcharged the ritual. The ritual has had a back effect. It did something to you, and you go, and the damage is not considered effect damage or anything like that, so you can't like negate it. You can't like just be like, oh, this card says I don't take effect damage. Fuck you, you take it anyway. Oh, this card says I don't take damage from cards. Fuck you, you take it anyway.
Oh, and you're just gonna ignore the fact that you nerfed it so I can't kill myself?
Yes, and just in case somebody has decided that they want to lose the duel,
Someone.
they are not able to kill themselves with this damage.
If someone in particular.
I can't live my Kaiba dreams.
Get fucked.
Beyond the ritual cards, there are other types of dueling that we're going to get into, such as tag dueling. During a tag duel, both players take turns switching out their field with an ally. Depending on the rules, these allies may be as few as one or as many as needed. In the case of more than one ally, then the order is determined by the team and then cannot be changed after. For example, me, Fomel, and Lindo are on a team fighting Will. We then decide that Fomel wants to go first, but we shouldn't listen to Fomel because I want to go first. So I decide to go first. Fomel is going to go second, and Lindo decides to go last because he has, like, the last card that when he goes last, he wins the duel. So, we basically at that
you're
point...
going to need 3 people to beat me.
Basically, at that point, we can no longer change that thing once it's done. Like, we can't change the order once it's done, unless there's any tag dueling special card effects that can do that, but I haven't made any new tag dueling specific cards. Maybe I will. I don't fucking know. The team uses the same field, speed counters, and graveyard, but different hands and decks. Life points are added up and then shared. The cards are always in the control of the current team member. The whole life points are added up and shared. I may end up changing. I don't know, though.
I was just thinking, like, a way to screw over if you didn't. If for example, Lindo couldn't control cards, I could have been a dick and summon Lava Golem on Lindo, so you take 1,000 damage at the time. So that stopped that evil plan. God damn it.
I may end up, again, changing the life points are added up and shared. I may make it to where everybody has their own life points. That might be more fun. Because then, you know, people have to be like, no, Will! After Will takes his 4,000 damage, and he's like, he just looks up, does a thumbs up, and then passes out.
It's up to you now.
You know what? I'm probably gonna change that now, just for that kind of thing to happen. It's up to you now. It's just fun. That just sounds fun.
Just look to Fomel, give a smile, thumbs up. Yeah, we pretty much lost this.
You fucking sucker.
Then we got
Can I
turbo
quit?
dueling.
I still quit.
Then we got turbo dueling. Other than the fact that duel takes place on a D-runner, there are a few things that are different. The duelist D-runner also has unique ways to upgrade it with regulators and spirits as well. We'll talk about regulators and spirits in the next card. But at the start of the duel, each player chooses a speed field spell from their deck and places on the field spell zone. Each turn, it grants the effects of a speed counters onto the duelist that they need to use cards for their turns, and yada yada yada. Duelists can then gain 1 speed counter whenever they normal summon a monster, and 3 whenever they synchro summon a monster. So that's going to be interesting. It basically, you know, synchro summoning is the whole thing with this, so I thought maybe put an incentive for synchro summoning here. And they had an incentive for synchro summoning in Duel Links, so I thought that would be kind of like a neat thing. This is the one that I think will be the least used, but also the funnest if it ever happens. If you are ever 10 speed counters over an opponent for 3+ turns, you may then end the duel and speed off as long as the terrain allows it, or nothing is stopping your D-runner from functioning in that way. You can just leave. This isn't a win or a loss. You just leave. It's a fuck you, I'm leaving. Screw you, I'm gone. I may tweak the amount of speed counters you need for that. I may tweak the amount of turns you need for that. We haven't tested it out yet, but I do like it. I do like the ability to just say, fuck you, I'm leaving. Because that's what Yusei did all the time. Every single fucking time he was against Trudge, he's just like, how do I leave? How can I get that? How can I get out of here? How can I fucking fuck this guy over so hard? I just like the fuck you and leave aspect. Finally, turbo duels have limited zones, only 3 monster zones and 3 spell and trap card zones. All other zones remain. I wanted to kind of bring it into the speed duel or the other or like the link duel mechanics from Duel Links and things like that. I think that having limited zones are pretty neat. It lets you basically have to think differently on how to build a deck for turbo dueling in particular. So I do like that. You build a deck about gaining speed counters and never lose. I mean, technically you'll never lose, but you'll also never win. So, And finally, the last part of dueling we have are the ancient battle rights. You guys would know what the ancient battle rights are if you watched the original DARP. Stares at you. Can't believe you didn't watch the original DARP. You don't know anything about ancient battle rights? Is that what I'm hearing? You guys don't know nothing about no ancient battle rights? You don't care about the ancient battle rights?
Bro, who are you fucking talking to?
I'm talking to
All of the above.
talking to Lindo.
Yes, I have no idea what the ancient battle
Lindo,
rights
well
are.
Can't
Please
believe
teach
you,
me.
Lindo. But yes, the ancient battle rights, gaining the name of a spirit or other significant information about them, a duelist may then challenge them to see to the ancient battle rights. During this special duel, the rules are set in place by the one who is challenged. The challenger may then choose to send an ally to duel for them or to duel themselves, and once the rules and duelists are chosen, then the battle begins. Basically, this is the thing that the party didn't realize that you could do in the last game, because I think I mentioned it once and we never mentioned it again. But you could challenge duel spirits to fights. If a duel spirit is chasing you down, instead of you guys having to be like "fuck," you could like look back at it and be like, "Hey you, duel."
Or third option, hey you, takes out scalpel.
No. What? No.
You won't let me have fun. I wanted to dissect Karibo to see how much is fur and how much is juicy steak.
Whoa, you're in the satellite. Use a shiv.
These
Fuck did you just say?
These duels will use master rules. However, other rules may be added to either by either the challenged or the challenger before the duel begins. So you can technically do an ancient battle right turbo duel or an ancient battle right tag duel or anything with anything else. The winner, that should say loser.
The winner.
That should be the loser.
The winner.
I gave this to you guys. You guys didn't see this.
I mean, you didn't give it to me, so
We've
I'm in the clear.
had this done for like a day or so, and nobody else noticed until I read it out loud. Anyway,
Yeah, that's how it works.
the loser either forfeits themselves to the winner or any equivalent reward discussed before happens. So basically, if you don't discuss a reward, the winner gets your soul. It's like I'll take that soul, please. Give me that. Give me that soul. Or again, any other reward that was discussed beforehand. At the end of that, during the duel, a spirit may choose to summon themselves. A spirit doing this can avoid removal or destruction one time each turn, and then gain 500 attack and defense points. Once summoned in this way, the duel will end in a loss for that spirit if they are sent to the graveyard. Not if anything else happens to them, just if they're sent to the graveyard. So that's a big thing. That is another way to win the battle rights. Just sort of beat the shit out of whoever they like the one they summon. Pretty neato, pretty good, pretty neat, pretty good. And it says here a spirit, so you actually may notice that it does not say the one being challenged. Your spirits can also do this. So if anybody has like Karibo, for example, Karibo can be like, "I'm here, bitches. I'm an 800 attack point Karibo. Let's fucking
What
go!"
are your eyeballs made out of?
Let's fucking go. But yes, that is basically how that is going to work. I will hold on a second. Let's just forget about those there. Let's just not worry about those. But yeah, that is the new mechanics sort of summarized. There may or may not be other things that need to be known, but I will make new cards for those if on a need to know basis. And maybe I'll throw out like an errata for things or something. I don't fucking know. Finally, there is one more thing to show as far as those cards are concerned, and that is what the fuck are regulators? But also equipment and spirits and all that good stuff. Because this is a role play. This is a role playing game. You gotta have equipment. You gotta have a diamond sword and chain armor. Are those good? Are those good things? Is that still something that's good? Anyway, here is your equipment, and it explains what the equipments do as well as what the dual spirits do and all that good stuff. It's pretty neato. But the first thing obviously is your deck, but also this explains anti-rules. You must have one deck equipped at any given time. Some cases will not allow you time to swap out, so it must be chosen beforehand. When a duelist loses a duel, they can choose to take any card in the graveyard or the field of the duelist who lost as an ante. Other ante options can be discussed before the duel. So basically, you win, you take a card. That's how we did it in the last game. If you lose, I take one of your cards. They're mine now. I take it. Will's like, oh fuck, I just got Winged Dragon of Ra, and then he lost, and then I take his Winged Dragon of Ra, and it's mine now. But then Winged Dragon of Ra takes my fucking soul or something because I'm not worthy to have it. Or something like that, because that's how that worked. But like, unless I have like
double dipping, and I win.
Unless I have like the Jaden effect, where like I can just sort of do that because I'm like the Supreme King or something. There's no fucking worry about it. All right, so
wait, no, that's not how you play the game.
But yes, that is the anti-rule as well as the deck. I felt like that's probably best to put here because otherwise the deck option would just be like, you can have a deck. So. Then there's the dual discs. A dual disc is mostly the same as any other one. Some of them are customized with weapons used by gangs, while others are customized to use a different amount of regulators. Hybrid models exist to work between arm play and dual runner play, so they have fewer slots for customizations. Dedicated dual discs have more customization, but need to be stowed when on a dual runner unless the duelist is in a sidecar. We'll talk about sidecars in a minute, but there are sidecars. Dual runners, a dual runner or a D-wheel is a motorcycle. This, one of these here, one of those, is a motorcycle, that one uses for transportation and for turbo duels. I wanted to put turbo duels and then transportation to show that the world only cares about fucking dueling over everything else. But whenever I did that, transportation wanted to like cut off halfway over here, so I didn't do it, and the joke is forever gone from us. D-wheels require a frame, an engine, and a CPU to run properly. They can also equip a number of regulator mods and shields. There are hybrid models with dual discs built in to be removed from the frame, but those lack some customization options. Dedicated D-wheels have more customization, but cannot perform master duels, and their AI or safety features sometimes get in the way of certain other types of dueling. So who knows, man? They gotta like weird safety AIs going down. Gotta fucking get Cortana out of there. Then we got sidecars. Sidecars fill a niche role in society. I put role as in rolling instead of role as in a roll. I'll change that later. They are mainly used in tag duel pro circuits and never really caught on otherwise. Unique things to a sidecar include being able to duel with master rules while on a D-wheel, and allowing the driver to keep their eyes on the road when safety is turned off, while the partner focuses on dueling or entertaining. Sidecars also add a few more upgrade slots to a D-wheel when in use. Regulators. Regulator parts or chips are tech that allow for higher functionality in hardware or unique functionality in duels. Such functionality can include higher life point count at the start of a duel, going faster on a D-wheel, attaching a weapon to a D-wheel or a dual disc, adding one-time use functionality to a duel, or even starting off a duel with a card already in play. The amount of things regulators can do is only limited to the hardware used when attached, or to run their programs. So basically, anything you can see in Duel Links, that we can say the regulators do that. That's what they do. That's what those things are for. They make those. Also, whenever the party are doing their weird spirit abilities and shit, I don't have to just like have the opponent go like, what the fuck? Like some sort of glitch in the Matrix. I can have them go like, oh, that's a cool regulator you have there. And it'd be like, yeah, dude, totally. That's definitely what that is.
Yeah, man.
Regulators and dual spirits will take up the same equipment slots though, so you gotta pick and choose and yada yada. Good things. D-wheel parts, dual runner frames, engine, CPU, shields, and regulators and sidecars all fit into this category. Each D-wheel has limited space for upgrades and must be kept up by a mechanic in order for them to operate correctly. They are very expensive and are usually unattainable by anyone in the satellite. Any one of these is considered illegal to operate while within the satellite as well. And finally, we got the dual spirits, the Big John, the big John over here, big fucking all the text. Dual spirits are beings within cards that can grow due to the amount of dueling energy that a duelist puts into them. Each dual spirit can be connected to several different cards at once, or become completely unique to the one who's using it. Example, having 2 different spirits for the same card wielded by 2 different duelists, such as, again, like Arcana and Yugi both having Dark Magicians, but one of them is different Dark Magician. I'm a different Dark Magician than your Dark Magician, but I can still look at you and be like, I'm Dark Magician, but I have a spirit, and you have we're Dark Magician, though, both of us at the same time, but we're different. Most duelists do not know that they exist and cannot see them, but though they may still be benefiting from their effects. A spirit can aid a duelist in several ways, though none of them can be forced by the spirit and must be unlocked within them or called forth by another being. Basically, you can't just walk up to a spirit and ask for any one of these effects. They're gonna be like, no can do. I fucking gotta have it happen naturally, man. Like, you can't walk up to fucking Karibo and be like, hey, Karibo, give me a Karibo card. And it goes, oh, here you go, I guess. That doesn't happen. You can't just get a Karibo card from them. They're not just gonna give it to you. You gotta fucking earn that Karibo card. These are the things the spirit can do. A spirit can attempt to exclude itself from being taken as an ante. Keyword is attempt. There are gonna be roles associated with that. But a spirit may like run away whenever your opponent's like, I'll take that, and it's like, no, and you're like, well, fuck, I'll take that then. A spirit may show itself to a duelist more often in a duel in times of need. That is the Destiny draw mechanics, where certain spirits you can just draw them from your deck. That's something we did in the original DARP. A spirit may gift more copies of its card to an individual if it grows or bonds with them. So let's say Jake really wants to freaking bond with Will's slime monster, right? But like, Will's slime monster is Will's, so Jake talks to it a lot, and then the slime monster pukes on Jake and gives him a slime monster card, and now he has it too.
And then the slime takes out the scalpel.
A spirit may take on a unique special quirk or ability changing in its effects in a duel. So it could just get some new abilities, new effects, different things like that. A spirit may transform into or create a completely different type of card, meaning that let's say Karibo, again, I love using Karibo. Karibo fucking gets supercharged and he becomes like a synchro monster, or he gives you multiply or something. They can create cards that are different, or they can become cards that are different, kind of. A spirit may inhabit a regulator or D-will part, giving them a unique ability. That is something we already talked about. Basically, they can just be equipment for equipment stuff. Spirit may protect its duelist from other spirit abilities. Kind of like how whenever bad things were happening to Jaden, whenever Titan was like, "Oh, I have this the shadow game," and Karibo's like, "No," and then Jaden's like, "Haha," like that, to protect him, make him not get hurt. And finally, spirit may consider itself a deck's master and add a unique form of master duels to a duelist. If a duelist has a deck master, looking at the original Yu-Gi-Oh filler arc, that was like the best one, where they could have cool effects depending on what card was the deck master. I really like it. It's really cool. They can kind of have those kind of duels. This would be pretty good. But only if the opponent also has a master of their deck. Spirits may even gain the ability to manifest themselves. While manifested, a dual spirit is a physical presence and can interact with the world in any way a normal physical being can. This is rare and usually only happens in an area close to the spirit world, or if their duelist is a truly unique being and calls them forth. Such as Jaden calling forth Yubel and lasering the fuck out of a fucking city block. That happened.
Yeah, he did that.
He can do that. That happens. Or anybody like Yugi using his puzzle to fucking summon forth fucking Dark Magician to Dark Magic attack somebody into oblivion. You can do that. Those things can happen. Tess? Yeah, basically Tess, yes. if the signers were here, that would be something they could easily do. But that is everything there. Mostly everything seems very cut and dry, hopefully. These will remain on the board at all times for the players to manually see. If anything comes up, we'll also like roll over to them for any problems that may happen in the game. Like if there's any sort of like, oh, how does this work? Well, why don't we look over here on the thingy? And then they're like, oh fuck, I guess that doesn't work that way. I hate the game. Unsubscribe.
Unliked, unsubscribed.
Yeah, exactly. It's eventually it just makes me sad sometimes, you know. Come forth, master of my deck, Dark And then Emerald dies. So that's how he died in this game, you see.
Yeah, that's the reason why Emerald isn't in the game.
See, that time I brought it up, Emerald. I'm playing now.
There's like one backstory game, but Emerald dies, and that's it.
You didn't leave your organs, you stupid bitch.
You didn't leave your organs. What the fuck?
You should have left your organs.
Should have left your organs, man. Apparently.
Yeah, dude, you failed.
The
your
cat?
organs, apparently.
How am I supposed to make root beer without the root of fear?
Is the cat? The cat? Impossible! It's impossible. The cat.
They're my organs. You're not allowed to have them. Oh, yeah? What if I forge your signature and get consent?
Got a point. What if he forges your signature and gets consent? He's got a point. He's got it.
Oh, wait, this is consent to your PS5. I mean, not horrible, not what I wanted, but you know what? I'll take your PS5.
There are a couple other things we can show off today. There are a couple of new arts we can show off, a couple of cards we've already seen that can kind of get shown off, but that have their completed things going for them. So I think that's what we're going to do to end things off today, is we're going to show off a couple of cards that the boyos have completed, that we've already seen certain things of and all that good stuff. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and I'm gonna, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn these over on the face side down, and then I'm gonna put them. There we go. Yeah. That way, you guys don't know which ones I'm even choosing. I'm doing a good job like that.
Oh fuck! All right.
Fucking people won't even fucking know. It'll be great. How are you? You doing good?
I just saw Will Smith.
Impossible.
That cat.
That's impossible.
We have what recorded? Your organs?
Is everything I'm gonna show just gonna be from the same fucking? Probably. I think they're all gonna. I think most of them are gonna be thriller cards.
Maybe Thriller's the best day. Let's go.
Well, because like I've already shown everything else.
Cause it's a thriller.
We don't have to say it's also leftovers. Let's calm down. Like, damn, dude, when you aim for the balls.
Hell yeah. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, man.
If you don't aim for the balls, then like how are you supposed to take them down? With skill? Fuck that.
It's like, hit him and run.
I think I only have 4. I only have 4 that I can show. I'm gonna look. Technically I could show one more, but I don't want to. I could technically show one more. It'd take a lot of convincing though. It would take a ton of convincing on people's parts to have me show that one though.
I don't have a stock zipper sound effect, dude.
It would take a lot of convincing.
Quick chat, start begging.
It would take like so much convincing.
Deco, could you show it, please?
Yeah.
I was hoping.
Your Lindo's salsa tones.
I was hoping for you to say no and just be like, "Okay, I tried."
Yuki.
I did everything I could.
All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. People can't see all the ones from this stack over here. But we're gonna look in the stack though for a couple of other cards. Then we're gonna move those cards over here. They're really tiny, but that's fine. We'll look at them just how they're tiny. Great. All right. So 4 of these are thriller cards.
Fast steak, baby.
But let's look at them, shall we? We got some things going down. All this really means is that now we can focus on things that aren't thriller.
Fuck.
Because we have all the thriller stuff done.
Hey man, we tried.
Yeah.
So we don't have all the thriller stuff done. We have, you know what I mean?
Heh.
We got Pepped Up Idol, which I already showed, but I wanted to show her next to a certain other boy. Look at that Pepped Up Idol.
She's so happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pumped Up Jock. Look at that boy.
Hey.
Look at that boy. Look at that.
He's so pumped.
Don't worry about that.
No.
Don't worry about that back there.
Shut.
Look at that boy though. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him go. Don't worry
He's
about
so
that.
happy to
Okay.
be here.
Yeah. I mean, it's spiked. But don't worry about that anyway.
Don't worry about over there. Don't worry about that back here. It's fine. But we got our two pepped up and pumped up peeps. Each of them giving some synchro monster buffing effects. One allowing the synchro monster to attack directly, the other being unaffected by card effects for a turn. Pretty good.
I'll need these arts for later.
Now, here's the thing though. We can see certain things in the backgrounds of both of these arts, and well, you see, I don't know if we should, you see,
Yeah.
here they are. We got them, boys.
Hey.
We got them. We got Thriller Wolf and Thriller Killer. Look at him go. Fucking, I love the effect of Wolf. The Wolf's effect is the stacking thing. We've already shown the effects of these guys. We've already seen the
I love his
like,
jorts.
things. I love his jorts. He has great jorts.
Look, he didn't mean to have jorts, but once he found out, he
Look at
did
those-
the best thing to do and just owned it. He's
jorts,
like,
man.
fuck it.
So that's pretty cool. But then we got this boy with his 3,000 stat line. I think that's probably my favorite thing.
Bam, bam.
Boy's just a
Bum,
fucking
He just hits like a
unkillable
brick.
machine. Like the thing he's based on. Or like the things he's based on.
No gimmicks, just fucking hit it hard.
Yeah, one's a 2,000, the other's a 3,000. One has an effect, the other one doesn't. It's great. They're both level 8s, and they both require 2 or more non-tuners. So they are going to be somewhat difficult to bring out. But as you can look over here and see, Pepped Up Idol and Pumped Up Jock together make 7 stars. So if you had a 1-star tuner with those two, you could get both of their effects onto one of these boys. So you could have a 3,000 attack monster that can't be affected by magic and trap cards that can attack directly.
Fuck your health. Fuck your
Well.
health. Fuck you. Why did you ever consider living?
And fuck your life.
But yeah, those guys are looking pretty good. It's I believe that the deck is going to start off with Idol, Wolf, and the Magic and Trap card. I may end up upping everybody's cards to 4 though. Just because most everybody's getting a extra deck card, I may end up upping everybody's individual cards to 4. If I do that, then we can throw Jock over. Or we can throw Killer over. It doesn't fucking matter. Who knows?
Who fucking knows?
But it'll probably end up just being these 2 plus the Magic and or Trap card plus the Thriller Knight field spell. So it'll probably be those 3 or what's going to be started off in the deck. But we shall see. I would be terrified of that dual spirit. What do you mean? Look at what do you mean?
He's so happy to be here.
Yeah, he's really happy to be here in front of you.
He's so
specifically.
happy to see you.
Yeah.
And you know, he's got a
He's got a friend.
You know,
He's so pumped up to see you.
yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. And yeah, just like anything else, I don't actually have it on this one because I guess I fucked up. But you know, you have the little Krabozy thing here and the little Will thing here to show that they're the ones that made them. I'll have to remake this one because apparently I didn't put the Krabozy thing on there. But,
No one
cool.
made the jock.
No one made him. He's made
He just
himself.
spawned.
He's a
Yeah.
self-made man.
Made man.
Bootstrap picker.
Finally, the last things I want to show are two more cards that go with the Golden Castle of Stormberg stuff. They also go with the Curse of Thorns card over here. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to show them off. They are pretty neato cards. We'll probably see them at some point. I'm not sure exactly when they'll be shown in game, but we will see them whenever we see them. But we got the 100-Year Awakening, which is mostly the same card except completely different in every way. I even made their hair green instead of blonde. But when this card's activated, choose one of the following effects. Send a Curse of Thorns on your field to the graveyard. To special summon one Dornim Prinzessin from your extra deck. This is considered a ritual summon. Or send Golden Castle of Stormberg from the field to the graveyard. To special summon one Dormin Prinzessin from your graveyard. This is considered a ritual summon. Yeah. It is a ritual. It is a ritual summon that doesn't require star levels, but it does require you to have a Curse of Thorns on the field. So that is the caveat there. And as far as the actual monster is concerned, you guys may remember Thorn Princess or Dornim Prinzessin from the actual anime. From what I understand, the intent of it is that it was supposed to be her when she awoke from her curse without anyone waking her up. And I'm like, that makes sense, but the monster didn't look anything like her, you see. So, it didn't look anything like her at all. So we ended up having Krabozy mess with that. As we have Dornim Princess in here. We have a new Dornim Princess in here. When this card is ritual summoned, select what monster your opponent controls and take control of it. Once while this card is face up on the field, add all cards removed from play to the owner's decks. Each player then draws one card for every 10 cards removed or returned to their respective decks by this effect. May seem like a pretty like whatever card. Like may seem like what's with the whole removing things in the thing? What's with that? That's weird. The castle. Its main thing is removing 10 cards from your deck, banished, face down. You can put them back into the deck with Dornim Prinzessin. It's great. It's fantastic. Everybody, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Anyway. But of course, it is a 400 attack monster, 1200 defense monster. Other than that, it is not extremely powerful. Except when you put the Curse of Thorns! Because Curse of Thorns has two effects. Obviously, first off, Curse of Thorns should be a continuous spell, but we'll finish that whenever I fix the typo in it. But basically, Curse of Thorns allows you to get rid of monsters or things from your opponent's graveyard, or at least target them, and gain effects. And 2 of the effects can be used for Dornim Prinzessin. So you use one Curse of Thorns to summon Dornim Prinzessin. You play another Curse of Thorns to get rid of a normal monster in your opponent's graveyard to gain that normal monster's attack and defense onto Dornim Prinzessin. And then you play another Curse of Thorns to get rid of an extra deck monster from your opponent's graveyard and give their effects to Dornim Prinzessin. And then Dornim Prinzessin destroys the world! It's cool. It's good. It's pretty okay. 10 out of 10. But yes, as you can see, it requires a lot of cards to be extremely powerful. Like its second effect is basically worthless without the castle. First like summoning needs to have a Curse of Thorns on the field. Curse of Thorns can be easily destroyed. 100-Year Awakening needs to be in the hand to activate it. It's basically got a bunch of stuff going down. But you know, because it has all these back effects, I was able to keep its original effect of just, you know, having it have a free change of heart, basically. Like a free change of heart effect. So it's pretty good. It's a very good boss monster. It is not invincible, but it is a very good boss monster. As long as, you know, I'm just imagining now finding some way to break it, like using Curse of Thorns to remove like spell canceller from your opponent's graveyard, but then at that point it makes Curse of Thorns worthless because you have spell canceller's effect on Princessin. I don't know, man. there's a bunch of weird things that can happen there. But we'll see just how well the deck fares in the future. Other than that, I don't think we have a lot of things to really show anymore. We've been keeping things pretty close to like an hour-long stream every single time we've come here. Today has been an hour and a half. We had a couple of more things to show. We will probably be adding in at least 2 more of these things, explaining the way that dual points as well as destiny tokens will work. But that's going to be about it. Test duel, we don't have any decks. We don't have any completed decks here for a test duel. They're all still separated by their magic traps and monsters effects, yada yada yada. But as you can see, we're finally getting cards in, so we can actually start finalizing the decks of the main players and the main NPCs now. So that's something we can 100% start doing as of now, which is fantastic. We just have to fix a few typos and fix a few card errors and yada yada yada. But yes, with all that being said, my dudes, we'll probably be ending things here for now. I may come back in a little bit for another stream, because I just got this thing. I just got this. I just got to... I'm gonna smell it. I just got this. It's Metopia.
Nice.
I don't know if I don't know if it I don't know if it like needed all of that, like, that I just did to it.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck you just did to it.
It's just Metopia, you know. It's like whatever. But I do have it, so I can probably do that. When's Yu-Gi-Oh games next stream? I mean, we'll probably do another one of these next week. Other than that, we'll be starting Yu-Gi-Oh probably in June, like I said before. Probably be starting it sometime around there.
I think he means the DS games.
Hmm?
I think he meant the DS games.
Did you know the Phantom Thieves?
Yu-Gi-Oh games?
The Stardust ones.
Oh, the what ones?
The Stardust ones.
Oh, the
DS.
what ones? Which ones?
Yeah. Okay, don't worry about it.
I'm sorry, Linda.
It took me a while.
I'm just standing here watching this.
I don't know. We may go
while.
back. We may go back to it. We may go back to it soon. I don't know. I mostly did it for the announcement. We may end up going back to it like once we're actually doing the actual game. I don't have a lot of fucking time on my hands anymore. Like while I've been fucking messing with this stuff, like messing with the Yu-Gi-Oh game, this has been my free time. My free time has been Yu-Gi-Oh game. So
we miss you.
we shall see. But yes, with all that being said, my dudes, we're gonna be ending things off here. I may come back with some Utopia later. We shall see. I'm probably gonna see if I can eat something first. I don't know. By the way, just now noticed, because I was about to end the stream, but Dark Knight a minute ago resubscribed, and about 30 minutes ago, Yao gave me $5. Yao, thank you very much. I didn't even notice. I was talking about other things. Maybe I noticed like when I was talking, and then I just like said I'd do it afterwards or something. I don't know. I didn't notice. Thank you very much, Yao. Much appreciated. I appreciate it, my dude. But yes, we will get back into doing some things on the later times. We will try to see if we can add any new things to the streams as far as things are concerned. Maybe next time I'll actually have the Yu-Gi-Oh like border done like we do for Zelda or the other things. Maybe I'll have it done. I've been thinking about potentially setting up things similarly to how Will's been bragging about recently with the things. The what are they called? The fucking little homestuckian things.
I
Oh
called
my
them.
God.
I called them diet VTubers, but
I could give us.
we'll
we
call
could
them-
all have diet VTubers for Yu-Gi-Oh.
But
yeah.
I prefer Homestuck Talk Sprite.
We could all have diet VTuber Homestuck Talk Sprites for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Finally, my biggest dream.
We'll see. I'm not sure if we're
Dreaming.
gonna do that or not.
Give it up.
With all that being said, my dudes, I hope everybody enjoys this. RP layouts haven't been the same since Squeaky became a VTuber.
It's
And
true.
until next time, guys, like always, later days. Is there anybody doing anything right now? I mean, to be fair, I'm probably gonna start streaming again in a minute anyway, so maybe I don't want
So
to
may
send
as
you
well
guys
just
over to
don't do that.
somebody.
Yeah, just slurp them back in.
And the only other people who are around are people who do not need me to raid them at all. So yeah, I'll be back in just a little bit, guys. Talk to you later. Come on.
Why?